Hey people, Intro here, Preview 3 Faction War. This is Fend Unlock and Space Marines versus Orks. For the blue Space Marine team, we have Aegon and a Force Commander, a versatile frontline hero with powerful offense, disruption and support for the Emperor, and we have the Black Templars elite scheme. Alongside, Ghaz and an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee by default, begins with a heal, and a passive health regeneration aura, also rocking the Black Templars. Is it all three of them? It is. We have Line Guy as a Techmarine, starts off in ranged combat, can get a melee weapon, supports with structures and repairs. For the red Orks, we have Grimm and a Warboss, a melee hero walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines, Freebooters DLC. Alongside SchmusCriminal's Mekboy, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat with a bunch of orky gadgets, also rocking the Freebooters DLC. And rounding off the teams, Angry Bird as a Kommando knob, an infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins with a twin link shooter. Kicking off in the mid then, Warboss taking some swings on the Tactical Marines, everyone backing off. Techmarine is here. Where's the Force Commander though? Force Commander's rotating towards the mid. Apothecary getting caught in a bad spot, has to run. Does make it out. Kommando chucks a stun bomb. Now back in the day, I'm talking retail days, and into Elite, there was a player called Angry Bird. I don't think this is the same guy, because when I look up this fellow on Steam, it's a player called 24. So I'm not sure why he's taken the name Angry Bird, also using the pink colour scheme that Angry Bird used to use. But here we are. Not sure if I'll pull him 24 or Angry Bird. The Warboss is going to go down. Force Commander's also going to go down. A frantic opening. Techmarine can get an easy revive there. Maybe the Mekboy can get back to the mid and grab the Warboss as well. Apothecary was off the field, right? Yep. Got Devastators on the way for Aegon. Double shooters for all of the Orc players, probably into Burners. Yep, Burners for Grimm and Schmuz. Burners coming through for Angry Bird. So where did the early power go? Early power went on these big shooters here. Mid is going to turn blue for the Space Marines. Scouts are grabbing it, kicking off towards the south. Sluggers with Burners trying to get onto the power. Shotgun Scouts do their thing. And the Techmarine turns to engage. Will we see the Mastercrafted Bolter? It's so tempting to get early on versus Orks. But also you want maybe Plasma Gun for later because of the knobs and stuff. I guess you could get both. Maybe it depends how much of a nuisance these Sluggers turn out to be. Looters on the way for Schmuz, also for Angry Bird, and Grimm has a Pain Boy. Maybe we'll see some Storm Boys over there. This guy has a heal over time that can cast on Orc players, or Orc units I should say. Some kind of source. There's a War Banner back there, and I think he just activated Frazzle for the longer buff. Warboss runs away, does have a Bang Bang Hammer. Mekboy I think got the XP for that revive, and we do see the Mastercrafted Bolter also going for Bionics. Really wants to deal with those Sluggers, I guess. Devastators in the mid. Instantly the Mekboy gets on them in melee. There he goes. So they can't fire the heavy bolter, but he's going to be shot at quite a lot after that. The Assault Squad jumping, just clipping a couple of those Slugger boys. Brings them back into bolter fire, and then he can jump again on the Shooter boys. Yep, Sluggers off the field. There's the second jump. Gets a decent land. It's a bunch of units here, though, to counter-initiate. The Assault Squad need to run. Force Commander's back on his feet and back to the mid. Gets to a bad spot. Those Looters are there to suppress him, look. And a bunch of Daka to the back of his head. Speaking of Daka to the back of the head, Apothecary is going to go down here. Tried to escape. Or maybe he was waiting for like a heal cooldown to come off it so he could heal himself. You have a melee Kommando with the Assassin's Knife chucking his stun bomb out, which hits nothing, but did keep those things back. There's another War Banner in the mid now. Where's the second Looters? Are they over on the... Yeah, they're over on the southeastern type area. Burners burning down some power stuff. 24's Kommando hanging back for now. Can use that tripper shot to really mess with the Apothecary, though. Warboss now piling through. Got his boss pole up early, buffing all these units around him. Even if you aren't an Orc, you're impressed by his boss pole. Force Commander goes down again. 4-2-2 to 4-5-2. double Devastators here. And they don't have a jump squad, the Orks, up at the moment, so they may need to get around the sides and stuff. Orks have that central VP. There's a heal thrown on attacks. They're trying to get a Flamer up, maybe to take down the War Banner quickly. And of course they can get on the gens with it. The Assault Squad don't have the energy to jump, so they're getting suppressed and shot at, and Sluggers are chasing. Do we see Purification Rites? We do. Purification Rites is in. They've got that Techmarine who do a lot against Sluggers. He's got level 3 already as well. And of course the Force Commander can battle cry them around. So we'll see how the Sluggers fare now. Down goes that War Banner. That was a very forward, aggressive War Banner. I don't think they were expecting to be able to keep it. And there's one here behind this garrison. Are they going to go for the power as well? These guys do have a Flamer. They make very short work of the War Banner. Flamers are good against these light structures such as banners and turrets and generators and things. Scouts must have grabbed this. Northern Wreck Point, natural for the Orcs. They're trying to take it back there. Kicking off in the mid. Some hidden Sluggers with Hide the Boys. Getting in on the Devs. Assault Squad with the counter jump. Gets them to retreat. They retreated before the landing, so they weren't knocked over. Mekboy coming down the southeastern side now. Ultra revived the Kommando. Techmarine must have took him down. That might level the Mekboy, actually. I think it does, yep. Kommando backs away. He's going to be spotted when he's trying to sneak by those scouts. It's a good stun bomb, though. Look at that. Assault Squad jumped out of it, going after the mech. Now pressuring the Kommando. And they find some Daka. They can't jump the Daka. They don't have the energy right now. Apothecary doesn't have much energy either. But it's going for an Anointed Power Axe in Tier 2. Power bashing. Are they trying to steal it, maybe? Well, trying to steal it back. These are originally Space Marine power gens, as you can see. 422 to 382. The Orks pushing up the northwestern side. Or sides, I should say. Devastator's keeping them at bay with the Heavy Bolter. Here's another one. And a Librarian on the way for Aegon can throw Veil of Time on these devs to remove their setup time and stuff and increase their speed. This is very handy. Very, very handy. These guys could do with a heal, these tacks over here. Not something the Force Commander can do, of course. Warboss staying back for now. He's on half hit points. Back to the southeast corner. And the Mekboy's knocking stuff around with his custom force field. There's that Purification Rites heal, though, messing up the Sluggers. They do have their Nob Leader, but they are forced off. Smite hits these Sluggers, and they also run off. Librarian back there, getting some tacks into safety. And Stick Bombers chucking some Stick Bombs. Almost wiping out the Scouts, actually. Librarian with his staff already. Very good power weapon, and he also gives you that thing, the Force Barrier. I'm not sure why he put it there. Is he trying to hit those looters, maybe? He got the looters that were coming in, or this fella wasn't knocked down. What was that all about? Commando's fighting the Librarian with a bunch of Daka helping him out. Librarian runs away. Does come out the gate with a decent chunk of hit points. He's got 1,000 at the moment, but that's because he has the Force Staff and stuff. To the mid. Orks be capping. Another War Banner goes up. Pain Boy is here. Doesn't have his surgery stuff yet. But a War Truck is coming. So maybe Sluggers could jump inside with the Pain Boy, get in around the back of stuff, and cause a whole bunch of problems. Could try to just drive straight at the power and get on it. You do have a drop pod in here. Must have been a reinforcement drop pod, because I don't see any Stern Guard veterans. Unless they were already wiped out, which is unlikely, but possible with my level of observation. Scouts are at full models. Yes, they are. We do see shooter knobs, so they can't really sneak in for a grenade or anything. Get a heal there from the Apothecary, and the Mekboy comes in with that custom force shield, knocking stuff around. Awesome disruption. And they can't deal with him quickly here. Devastators need to set up again. There we go. Force Commander's going after him, but there's looters right here. And they're tearing through the health of those scouts. Somehow didn't drop a model. They did take a model off, a couple of models off the other fellas. War Truck is here. The Orks can now reinforce off this thing. And of course, units can jump inside for transport. It does have a big shooter on the front, but it doesn't do that much DPS. Orks pushing through. Sluggers and Painboy were inside, and there's user choppers from the Warboss trying to wipe out those Devastators, and it does wipe them out. User choppers gives damage bonus and a melee skill bonus to the squad, and it lasts for like 20 seconds. Just wiped out both of the Devastator squads there. Fantastic play by Grimm. Both of them just deleted. Almost got the Librarian even. And look, it's still going. Such an amazing global. Only just ran out. Here's the Sluggers of Schmooze. Apothecary chasing him. He's not happy. He's got the Armor of Purity, which means his heal can be used more often, which means the Purification Rites is triggered more often. Orks capping up the mid. This northwestern contested wreck point is going to turn red for the Orks as well. Looks like back to the southeast though. I thought the scouts chucked a grenade, but maybe they faked me out. Tier 3 for Aegon, the first player to go. Doesn't have the red for Terminators. First game that armor does work. Oh, he's talking about Bionics, maybe. Has he been knocking people around with it? Perhaps. 338 to 336 is very close on the VPs. What was the Apothecary doing so close to the power there? There's that classic kaboom and grappling hook combo. 329 to 336 now. 2-1 for the Orks. Can they hold on to the mid? Assault squad is in there. Weird Boy runs away. Here's the Warboss. He can do some work against those Assault Marines if he wants to. He seems to have been given an early order. There we go. Then he starts crumping them. Attacks are in there with their Flamer and their Sergeants. Assault squad jumping out, staggered, but they're okay. Warboss is level 2. And the Orks hold the mid for now. Assault squad are still in play. Here's some Sluggers chasing with the Painboy support. War Truck is right there to reinforce. Do we see... Oh, we do see a missile launcher for Aegon. I don't see much else in terms of anti-vehicle. I mean, there's a plasma cannon can maybe get a shot. The Assault squad is turning into Vanguard veterans, which will reinforce their numbers, turn them into a veteran first company squad. And they can get a Power Fist, but they lose the Melter Bomb, and the Melter Bomb is amazing utility. 291 to 336 on the VPs. Here are the Vanguard veterans. Power Sword, Lightning Claw, and a Thunder Hammer amongst their models there. Tier 3s all round now. Is it? No, Angry Bird or 24, whoever it is still in Tier 2 with double stick bombers though, eh? That's fun. Dreadnought on the field for Ghaz. Space Marine roster's looking a little bit depleted right now. But it can come back fast in Tier 3. Well, maybe not fast, but it can come back well in Tier 3 if they can get their Land Raiders and Terminators and stuff going. Keep their heroes alive. Merciless Strike. Warboss just kicks them instead. Here's a flank from 24. Sluggers barely making it out. There's a big kaboom. The knockback strength from that continues to be absolutely ridiculous. I love it. Apothecary in amongst some shooter boys. Down goes the War Truck. I think that was a plasma cannon shot that got it there. There's a Dreadnought in play now. So these Sluggers with their use your choppers need to be careful. Can they wipe out these tacks? They do wipe out the tacks, and there's a foot of Bork from the Weird Boy of SchmusCriminal. Now the Dreadnought, in its default melee state of a close combat beast with a wrist-mounted flamer, just did a Emperor's Fist there to knock back and stun those guys. And a Venerable Dreadnought coming in also for the Techmarine. Unique to the Techmarine, this guy can charge, has more hit points, and a better, does better all round, is a better inspiration and more melee damage, I believe. And he's getting lots of inspiration on kill, but only the Librarians around to benefit from it. The Weird Boy was taken out as well. Look at the XP already for the Venerable Dreadnought. Good grief. Lando Rado, says Aegon. Indeed, it is on the way. The Venerable gets the Dark Age of Technology for plus 300 hit points. You can also give it to the other Dreadnoughts if you're in Tier 3, I think. Which Ghaz is not. Commando's level 3, sneaking around. Dreadnought backs off. Apothecary backs off level 4. So he's up to 130 energy, not bad. Level 2 sluggers. Are we going to see some beamies? Yep, there's a beamy death gun. And these guys staying with the death gun for now. What about the Mekboy? Mekboy's got a beamy death gun. And the Kommando knob, no sign of rocket launcher yet, but this guy is absolutely stunned. Looters can get some shots. The Mekboy's in a bad spot to get shots though. Venerable trying to run. There's some stun bombs though. Now the Mekboy is teleporting to a spot where he can shoot the Venerable. Venerable spots him and goes into melee. 257 to 288. Now he goes for the garrison. Okay. Really frantic fight here. Kommando knob retreats. Can the Venerable survive? Land Red Redeemer is on the field now. The other Dreadnoughts smacking some Orks in the backline, look. The Dreadnoughts have been amazing so far. Level 2, the Venerable's almost level 2. Might go down here, because that guy's in the garrison. Stunned though. Oh, and he's going to get burned to death. Down goes the Mekboy. And the Looters, were they taken out or just ran off the field? I think they just ran off the field. Venerable still pushing up though. VPs continue to be very, very close. But the Space Marines control the mid. Got a plasma cannon. The Land Raider Redeemer is in the mid now. And we have a Terminator Force Commander going for Lightning Claws. Nob Squad on the way. Battle Wagon on the way. In fact, Battle Wagon on the field. Orks immediately jump inside of it. This guy can damage all targets. Got a big chunk of hit points. And pretty good mobility on this thing. That big zap gun is nasty. Does plasma cannon damage, I think. Whole bunch of stick bombs. Almost wiping those tacks. Level 4 tacks. If they weren't level 4, I think they've been gone. They would have been gone. Look how far up this Land Raider is. Getting stunned. And there's Rocket Launcher Commando. The Mekboy has not repurchased though. And I don't know where the other... Oh, the Beamy Death Gun's right there. Gets forced off the field immediately by the Apothecary. Which was a good shout by him, actually. Get that thing out of there. And just retreat back to the Land Raider. Can also reinforce off... Oh, he hasn't marked it as a retreat point. He just ran through it. Can also reinforce off this guy. Amazing support vehicle. There's a Nob Squad, and the Terminator Force Commander is on the field with his Lightning Claws. Can he deal with them alone? I wonder. Here comes the Battle Wagon. There's Sluggers and a Pain Boy inside of it. I don't know what else is inside of it. All those light beams are a squad. Nob Squad is here with their power melee choppers these days. Need to get their hammers going to get some heavy melee. Rocket Launcher Commando doing some work the way. Okay, they're piling out. Looks like it was double Sluggers in there, was it? Oh, Gretchins were in there. Sluggers, Gretchins, Pain Boy, and the Warboss himself was in there. What are they going to go after? Got jumped by Vanguard veterans. Facilitating a push by the other Orks, maybe. Was brave to dive in here by Grimm. Can they get the Venerable? The Venerable Dreadnought is gone. Now it's in its Stoicism mode. Which still attracts shooting, by the way, as you can see. But it will just blow up in 10 seconds after all of that inspiration goes out. Warboss went down, but he did a good job just mixing it up in there, keeping those guys back. Still trying to put pressure on the Land Red Redeemer. I'm not sure where the other Dreadnought went to. Force Wonder just wiped out that guy, 245 to 189. Orks, meanwhile, have stolen this VP, look. Space Marine's very much focused on the mid right now. We've got some Terminators on the field for Ghaz. Storm Bolters, Power Fists, all that good stuff. Mekboy's back on his feet, but gets killed by our Librarian. Oh, or was it the tank shot? Maybe it was the tank shot. Tank gets a las cannon, or twin link las cannons, I guess, to try and threaten the Battle Wagon. And there's some more Terminators, this time for Aegon. Does not get the assault fellas. Nob Squad is off the field. Battle Wagon still going, although taking some damage for sure. Here comes some flash kits. 200 to 189. There is a turret up on the natural VP from the Mekboy. Not sure what these shooter boys were up to. Just trying to fight their way out of the VP, maybe. Need some repairs on this Dreadnought. Scouts retreating back. to the Land Raider, I think. Yeah, I think they are. They can get on those repairs. We do have some commandos for Angry Bird. In fact, double commandos here for 24. And they can get those rocket launchers and threaten these vehicles. Are we going to see assault cannon? You'd expect to see assault cannon on this guy now, maybe. But they may want to keep the Emperor's Fist and mess with the Knob Squad, because it's a knockback and a stun. So even if they do get super tough beam or something, they'll still get stunned by it. Level 3 Warboss here. No armor war gear though. Mekboy's down. Commando's level 5. We've got a level 6 Apothecary. Techmarine level 6 is gone for... Oh, he's gone for Melter Gun and Orbs now to threaten the Battle Wagon, I guess. Am I hearing rocks? What am I hearing? I don't think so. Battle Wagon's getting a bunch of repairs. 190 to 167. Can the Orks break through the mid? Force Commander just teleported out. I think the Apothecary just healed him as well. Knob Squad are suitably disrupted and forced off. Flash gets now in play with their blasters. Very dangerous against this heavy and super heavy infantry armor. That psychic PvP damage type just goes straight through into their brains or something, I guess. Terminator's getting stunned, and they're really far up. Right in me crosshairs went off there as well from the Kommando. Look how long that stun is. And another one from the Stick Bombers, and now the Stick Bombers going into melee. I think they can wipe these guys out. Where's the Apothecary to help them? Can't get close enough, down they go. Just chained those stuns together, did 24. That was really well done. Had the stuns from the Stick Bombers and the stun from the Kommando himself, of course. 190 to 131. Oh, Battle Wagon almost went down. Look at this. Completely missed that. Teamy Death Gun persuaded to leave. A good merciless strike on the Sluggers coming in. Well timed there. But it's a Knob Squad versus that Force Commander. They're headbutting him a bit. He does have those claws. Can he deal with them? Can disrupt them? I'm not sure if he can straight up out DPS them though. These are really good power melee lightning claws. But I'm not sure if the splash is enough for a single lightning claw guy to deal with them. Not sure though. Techmarine almost level 7. Big retreat there from 24. Although Shooter Boys are busy capping still. Sluggers are sneaking around. Getting some vision maybe for a rocks opening. Grimm can drop a rocks. Oh, they found the plasma cannon, fellas, look. Really well played by 24. They do get away. Why did I say that? They definitely do not get away. The Sluggers are down. They briefly started to get away, is what I meant to say. Force Commander teleports in, but he can retreat, of course, so he's not too bothered about using his teleport, like regular Terminators would be. 190 to 111. Techmarine level 7 now, doing some good work with his Melter Gun, eh? Warboss has now got heavy armor. Can they take down the Force Commander on retreat? Pretty close. He goes down. I think he got Gate of Infinity a bit too late there. Where's his body? Oh, his body's back here, look. Gets revived, though. Does Gate of Infinity the corpse, I guess, and revive him. Almost level 3 Dreadnought. Still in melee mode, and another Land Raider Redeemer on the way. More flash gets coming in for the Orks. If they can synchronize those shots on the same target, they can just delete things. There's the jump by the Vanguard Veterans. Sluggers are there to counter-initiate. Warboss has moved on a bit, though. Okay, the Vanguard Veterans didn't stay in there for long. Is it time to just drop these Shooter Boys and free up some population, because they're not hurting the Terminators very much? I guess you could use the on-demand suppression still. Dreadnought may go down here. One more shot from a rocket launcher could do it. Not sure what these Commandos are doing. I think they were given an erroneous order. Down goes the Dreadnought. Some Tactical Marines may fall. Techmarine goes down. The Tax did fall. What a frantic fight. Librarian goes down top of your screen. The Warboss on capping duty now. Cyclone Missile Terminators trying to go for the battle wagon, I would think. Apothecary's, I think, going to fall. Down he goes. Might be a good time for Laraman's Blessing, Mr. Apothecary. Yeah, that was a tough fight for the Space Marines. It's still going on. There's a Rocks. Into the retreating Vanguard veterans, maybe. Did it wipe them out? No, they're still going. They're still going. Got back to the Land Raider. There's now 2 Land Raiders, though. Something else just died on that in that army, though. Did the Space Marines just capitulate? They have a big VP lead. Well, I say big. 140 isn't huge, but at this stage in the game, it's pretty good. More Terminators. Oh, it's a drop pod. It is Stone Guard veterans coming in for the Techmarine. And they hold on to the 2-to-1 cap. The Space Marines, they're just fighting through it. Something needs to go to their natural here. They need to take advantage of their numbers, the Orks, and stretch the Space Marine roster out. What is this? Terminators aggressively teleporting in there, knowing that they have Librarian support, maybe. Well, there is a Librarian. Whether he's paying attention to them is another matter. But they cleared them out with their power fists. Warboss is trying to decap. Stomps the Librarian. But I'm not sure if he can stand up against that stuff. There's another Rocks coming in. Land Raider needs to drive forward to get away from it. There is an Ork unit now on the Space Marine VP. Is it a fast capper? No, it's the Nob Squad. But they should be able to tough it out, I would think. Down to 19 VPs, though, the Orks. They are cutting this very, very close. Decap the mid. So they can get a double cap, maybe. This Land Raider is very low. Both Land Raiders are quite low, actually. Battle Wagon is still going. It's been amazing. Force Commander's going to fall, I think. Yeah. Only the Techmarine is alive in terms of Space Marine heroes. Where is he? There he is. Almost level 9, this fella. He's trying to get onto the Battle Wagon, I think. He's got the orbs. He must have landed the orbs on it a few times. I just haven't seen. Oh, look at that. The Nob Squad have now run into the back lines after taking the VP. And they've got their U-Jammers. They're going after the Land Raider. Frenzy has been popped. Assault Terminators are there now. Although they don't have claws. Oh, they do have claws now. Big threat to the Nob Squad. And the Mekboy is not close enough to do a Pulled Boys either. No, he's far away. But I think they're okay. Nob Squad gets out of it. 2 Land Raiders are kind of dangerously low here. Commandos get wiped out, though, by a Vanguard veteran jump. The Orks have taken the mid, and there's a triple cap. Should the Nob Squad just have stayed here? On the VP, I wonder. Terminators are on it now. 98 to 19. Very close. Kommando flees. Level 9, eh? Battle Wagon being repaired by Gretchens. Here's another Nob Squad. This is on Grimm. With the Warboss alongside them, too. And they are crumping through those Devastators. This guy just left standing. He died so fast. Didn't even get a death animation. Down goes the Apothecary. Some stick bombs chucked in. Cyclone to disrupt. Got some decent hits in there. The Warboss and the Nob Squad are running in. Going after the Vanguard veterans, it seems like. They got really low, look. But they made it out. Was that a Purification Rites heal? No. I don't know what knocked them over there. Okay, they have to run. Warboss is still in play, I think, is he? Yeah, he's still in play. Still going. Nob Squad did run off, but they've got the VP. But look at this pushback play by Grimm. Push these guys so far back. The Warboss does go down. But I think that was good interference play there. Terminators are going to get blasters in their face. But there's only one Flash Kit squad up here. Here comes another one. Can they get a decap? Mekboy knocking stuff down with his custom force field. And here comes the Mega Rumbler. Likes to use this SchmusCriminal in the late game. Look at that disruption. Really nice tool to have against Space Marines when they've got a bunch of Terminators. But he goes down. But again, held up the play. 28 to 19. I don't see anything going for the natural VPs. They're all hiding into the mid. And a big old meat grinder. Those Terminators again very low. Lob squad on them. Even stick bombers come running into melee. Frag assault knocks them back. Might have saved those guys actually. Awesome scenes. Big kaboom on the VP, knocks everything off it. Down to 13 VPs, the Space Marines. Down goes the Terminator Force Commander. Vanguard veterans are going to fall if they're not careful. Big burst of damage from those flash kits. Nob squad on retreat path takes them down. And there's another Orks. That's a well-winded play. Not for long though. Down it goes. The two Land Raiders still up, but there's the VP game for the Orks. They got 19 VPs remaining and they got it done. Came out swinging with the knobs and the flash kits, and the battle wagon was amazing. Really good use of the heroes, I think, as well. A level 10 Kommando. The other two heroes down at the end, but they were noble sacrifices to keep the Space Marines off stuff. Had a Terminator Force Commander down at the end with claws. Apothecary level 9. Level 10 Techmarine. Warboss level 5. Mekboy 7. And a level 10 Kommando. And look at these scenes at the end. Madness. There you have it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Big thanks to these players for giving us a faction war. SchmusCriminal for sending it in. And I'll see you guys next time.